Okay, let's jump right in. The NBA playoffs have been uh pretty intense lately.
Definitely. Some really great games.
Yeah, so today we're going to do a deep dive into three specific matchups. We've got the Knicks and the Pistons,
Mm-hmm.
the Thunder taking on the Grizzlies, and the Clippers versus the Nuggets.
Three really interesting series, all at different points, too.
Exactly. I mean, the stakes are huge, right? Teams fighting for position, trying to get those series leads.
Absolutely. Playoff survival on the line.
So our goal here is, go beyond just the scores. We want to pull out the key insights, the moments that really defined these games.
Yeah, looking at the why behind the whats.
Yeah.
And you see such contrast, like you mentioned, one game down to the wire, another, well, more of a blowout.
Totally. It really shows you how unpredictable the playoffs can be.
Couldn't agree more.
So let's start with that Knicks-Pistons game. That was the nail-biter.
Oh, absolutely. What was the final? 118, 116?
Yeah, 118-116. Super close. Knicks go up 2-1 in the series.
A real back and forth, like you said. Lots of high-pressure moments, strategic moves.
So the Knicks, what stood out to you about how they pulled it off?
Well, I think their execution down the stretch was key. Their offense late in the game, they were getting good looks.
Right. Seemed like their stars really stepped up, found ways through that Pistons defense.
They did, and you saw those clutch threes,
Yeah.
the free throws right at the end.
Huge. You can't underestimate those moments. Every single possession felt critical.
Yeah, absolutely critical. And defensively, they seemed to tighten things up, especially in the fourth. Made it tough on the Pistons' main guys.
Forced some difficult shots, maybe some turnovers too.
Exactly. But you got to give the Pistons credit, too. Their tenacity was remarkable.
They really fought back multiple times.
Yeah, they never gave up.
Oh.
And their aggressive rebounding, particularly on the offensive end, that kept them in it, got them second chances.
Mm-hmm. And their transition game looked pretty good at times. Some fast break points.
Definitely. They pushed the pace when they could. But, and this is often the story in close games.
No mistakes.
Yeah, those turnovers in the last couple of minutes, a bad pass, maybe losing the dribble under pressure, those are killers.
Right. Missed opportunities when you just can't afford them, that seemed to be the difference maker.
It really did. So I guess the takeaway is Knicks showed resilience, maybe better composure in crunch time.
And the Pistons, despite the fight, just had a few too many errors at the worst possible moments.
Precisely. Execution under pressure. That was the key there.
Okay, let's shift over to the West. Thunder versus Grizzlies.
Right. Different story in this one. Thunder won 114-108.
And that puts them up 3-0 in the series.
Yeah, commanding lead. Things are looking pretty difficult for Memphis now.
What's working so well for OKC? It feels like they've been dominant.
Well, a big part of it is their offensive depth. It's not just one guy carrying the load.
Balanced scoring.
Exactly. Multiple players chipping in, and their ball movement.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. They find the open man.
Leads to good shots, I imagine. High percentage looks.
For sure. Lots of assists, good looks from three. They made defenses work really hard.
Sounds tough to defend, like you're constantly scrambling.
It is. And then on the other end, their defense has been pretty solid too.
Yeah.
They disrupt things.
How so? Like forcing turnovers, contesting shots?
Yeah, both. They make it hard for the Grizzlies to get into their offensive flow, force contested jumpers, and they capitalize when Memphis turns it over.
Now, the Grizzlies, they didn't just roll over, did they? I mean, 108 points isn't nothing.
No, definitely not. They showed, flashes. Their transition game is dangerous. Some perimeter shots fell.
The talent's there.
Oh, absolutely. But the big issue seems to be consistently scoring in the half court against that set Thunder defense.
Right. Getting good looks when the game slows down.
Yeah. Penetrating, getting to the rim, or creating open shots. It's been a struggle. Converting on those key possessions, that's been tough for them.
So the Thunder's just more well-rounded, both ends of the floor clicking.
That seems to be the story, yeah. Their balance and defensive resilience are just proving too much so far.
Okay, so the takeaway here, Thunder in control. Grizzlies need, major adjustments fast to avoid elimination.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You wonder what Memphis can even do at this point tactically to maybe shake things up.
Yeah, tough spot. All right, final game for this deep dive. Clippers and the Nuggets.
And this one was kind of the opposite of the Knicks game. Lopsided.
Very lopsided. Clippers 117, Nuggets only 83. Ouch.
Yeah, a real statement win for the Clippers. They take a 2-1 series lead.
What happened there? How did the Clippers dominate?
Defense, plain and simple, their defense was just stifling.
Really shut down Denver's main scorers.
Absolutely. They were aggressive, maybe
Yeah.
trapping or double-teaming Denver stars, denying easy catches, just made everything difficult.
Forced a lot of bad shots.
Tons of low-percentage looks. And, crucially, they controlled the rebounds.
Limiting second chances. That kills offensive rhythm.
Totally. You can't get anything going if you don't get the ball back after a miss.
And offensively, the Clippers were.
Firing on all cylinders, pretty much.
Yeah.
Stars played well, obviously, but their bench really came through, too.
That depth is huge in the playoffs.
It's so important. It lets you keep the pressure on.
So for Denver, it just sounds like they ran into a brick wall. Or a buzzsaw, maybe.
Pretty much, yeah. Couldn't find any rhythm offensively against that D.
Turnovers, missed shots.
Yep, both were issues. And they just couldn't seem to, put together a run to get back into it. No real comeback push.
So they've got to go back to the drawing board, figure out how to attack that Clippers defense differently.
Definitely. They need to regroup, find some counters, maybe different plays, maybe trying to get other guys involved more. Something has to change.
Okay, so the key insight from this one, Clippers defense just completely overwhelmed the Nuggets. Denver needs answers, and fast.
Yeah, that sums it up well. It's fascinating looking at these three games side by side, isn't it?
It really is. You've got the close battle, the sort of balanced dominance, and then this defensive clampdown.
Shows a variety of playoff basketball. Different ways to win, different challenges for each team.
Right. So wrapping this up, we've seen some really high-level hoops, strengths on display, but also areas where teams clearly need to improve.
The Knicks, Thunder, Clippers are sitting in good spots series lead-wise.
But nothing's decided yet. The Pistons, Grizzlies, Nuggets, they're all facing that pressure now. Make adjustments or, potentially face the end of their season.
Connecting this back to you, the listener.
Yeah.
It really underscores how important being adaptable is, right? In sports, in anything competitive.
Yeah, executing under pressure, tweaking your strategy. It applies everywhere.
Definitely.
Okay, so here's something for you to chew on. Thinking about the Pistons, the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets, the teams that lost. If you had to pick just one strategic adjustment, just one single tweak for any one of those teams, what do you think would be the most crucial change they can make for their next game? What's that one move that might actually shift the momentum in their series?